Welcome to Flick News episode 42. This week, we've got a lot of exciting news for you, from the confirmation of the Garfield movie sequel to the Tigre movie, and much more. So,
let's dive right in.
First of all, Gromit as Woody and Feathers McGraw as Darth Vader statues are currently on display in England, as part of this summer's Gromit Unleashed 3 art trail. Gromit, reimagined by Pixar's design team with a cowboy hat, sheriff's badge, and spurs, is on display at Cribs Causeway from June 30th to August 31st. The statue was created in collaboration with Pixar and is part of a larger fundraising effort for the Grand Appeal, which supports Bristol Children's Hospital. Feathers McGraw, transformed into Darth Vader with a flowing black cape, was built by Amalgam in collaboration with Lucasfilm and will also be on display at Cribs during the same period. Then, in a new interview with Cartoon Base, Jorge Gutiérrez revealed that two of his long-shelved projects, I, Chihuahua and Kung Fu Space Punch, are still very much alive and in development. Starting with I, Chihuahua, Gutiérrez shared that the script for the feature film is already finished, and he's currently exploring exciting ways to get it made. He mentioned that Netflix has been incredibly supportive and is allowing him to team up with potential partners to bring this ridiculous, action-packed, heart-filled film to life. And yes, he even revealed a brand new piece of official concept art from I, Chihuahua, which you can check out right here. As for Kung Fu Space Punch, Gutiérrez confirmed that the project is also still kicking, this time being rewritten as a single animated feature film. He joked, "This one's had more lives than a Lookador cat," explaining how it started as a feature at Real FX, turned into 2 movies at Netflix Feature Animation, then morphed into a limited series at Netflix Series Animation, and now it's back to being a feature once again. It's been a wild ride, but he's not giving up. And he also revealed brand new official concept art from Kung Fu Space Punch as well, which you can see right now. And he also reminded fans that the Book of Life took me 14 years from pitch to premiere, so trust me, I play the long game. Honestly, as a fan of his work, it's really exciting to see that he hasn't let go of these ideas. Both projects sound incredibly fun and packed with his signature style. And if anyone can pull off something this bold and creative, it's definitely Jorge Gutiérrez. Then the official Nickelodeon and Nick Jr. YouTube channels in Portugal and Spain have been hacked and are streaming live cryptocurrency videos featuring Elon Musk and Donald Trump. But the channels have now been recovered. Then a new season of the Black Clover anime has been officially announced during Crunchyroll's industry panel at Anime Expo 2025. It will stream on Crunchyroll upon its future release, with Studio Pierrot confirmed to return for animation production. A new teaser visual and trailer accompanied the announcement, but details regarding the release date, staff, and cast have not yet been revealed. The anime adaptation, directed by Tatsuya Yoshihara, aired from October 2017 to March 2021 and concluded with 170 episodes. It was later followed by the feature film Black Clover, Sword of the Wizard King, in March 2023. But now, after years of waiting, the series is officially coming back, and fans of the anime couldn't be more excited. Then SpongeBob SquarePants will officially begin airing on Cartoon Network in South Korea, as revealed by an official upload on Cartoon Network Korea's YouTube channel. New episodes are set to air every Monday and Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. on the channel. This surprising move comes after Nickelodeon South Korea shut down back on June 30th, 2022, with its programming shifting over to Paramount+. While not officially confirmed, the likely reason behind this change is simply that SpongeBob no longer had a home in South Korea. But now, it looks like Cartoon Network has stepped in to throw the Sponge a lifeline. Then the first trailer for Witch Detectives has been released. It's a brand new magical girl animated series by Method Animation and Toons Media Group, and is set to premiere in 2026. The series follows 3 teenage girls that turn into private investigators overnight to help run a detective agency. But honestly, it kind of feels like a Powerpuff Girls ripoff. There are 3 girls, and even the color theme is the same: pink, blue, and green. It's hard not to draw comparisons. Then James Gunn and Zack Snyder made surprise appearances as themselves in the latest episode of Rick and Morty. And we see Zack Snyder comments on James Gunn's new Superman movie saying, "Just saw your new cut of Superman. Word of advice, he's the Man of Steel, not the man of conversation. Do more shots of him punching." Then official ending theme for Sakamoto Days Season 1 Part 2 has been released. Part 2 of Season 1 will premiere on Netflix on July 14th, means tomorrow. Then an early artwork at Jorge R. Gutierrez's adult animation limited series, El Guapo vs. the Narco Vampires, has been revealed. A 30-minute pilot on Reels is already done, while Anima Studios in Mexico is animating the first 3 minutes to show what the limited series would look like. Then the first clip at the Teen Titans Go! 5-part episode special event featuring King Shark has been released. This miniseries event will premiere on Cartoon Network starting on July 19th at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then the Paramount and Skydance merger has not closed yet, as a second 90-day extension is underway to allow more time for FCC approval. The merger is now expected to be completed by October 5th, when the two companies will officially become the Paramount-Skydance Corporation. Then An Amazing World of Gumball Marathon will air on Cartoon Network on July 28th in honor of the new season's revival premiere on Hulu from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then Pixar CCO Pete Docter talked about the possibility of a live-action Up movie during a recent Mike Birbiglia's Working It Out podcast, saying he doesn't think a live-action remake of Up would actually work. He said, "I wonder if some of the stuff that was likable for a grouchy old man to do in an animated film would actually be like, ugh, I hate him in live action." Well, honestly, why are they even thinking about a live-action version in the first place? Whether it would work or not is a whole separate thing. Pete Docter himself has said before that he prefers making movies that are original and unique to themselves. To remake it, it's not very interesting to him, but still they're discussing it in interviews. Then the live-action Hot Wheels movie is officially moving forward at Warner Brothers, with John M. Chu announced as the director and Jewel Taylor and Tony Rettenmaier writing the script. It is described as a high-octane action film inspired by Mattel's best-selling toy car line that will showcase some of the world's hottest and sleekest vehicles, bringing the iconic brand to life on the big screen. Then you can now watch Pokémon, the first movie, completely free, as it's officially available to stream on YouTube. Then during a recent Q&A at Nintendo's annual general meeting, company president Shuntaro Furukawa confirmed that more film and TV projects are in the works, beyond just Super Mario Bros. 2 and the upcoming live-action Legend of Zelda movie. While he didn't go into detail, he said, "We are working on various other projects," which was more than enough to get fans excited. So while Mario and Zelda are locked in for the future, it's clear that Nintendo has much more planned behind the scenes. So which Nintendo IP would you love to see adapted next? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Then Tiny Chef clarifies he is still unemployed and only saved on socials for the time being. "Because of your help, we are able to keep Cheffy on socials for the time being, but we are still working behind the scenes on saving his cooking show." Then according to Chief Marketing and Operations Officer David Burke, Wildwood is Laika's most ambitious film yet. The movie was originally scheduled to hit U.S. theaters in 2025, but it's now been delayed to 2026. The likely reason behind the delay is Laika's upcoming re-release of Paranorman on October 25th, which will also include a brand new sequel short film called Paranorman: The Thrifting. Laika dropped a teaser for Wildwood back in August 2024, and it gives off the dark, horror-tinged vibes you'd expect from the studio. With all that in motion, it makes sense they're taking their time to make sure Wildwood delivers on its massive potential. Then the LEGO Group has officially announced that LEGO Friends is being adapted into a live-action musical special, with award-winning director and producer Kenny Ortega serving as executive producer. The story will follow a girl who builds a world out of LEGO bricks and is magically transported to Heart Lake City. Kenny Ortega shared his excitement about the project, saying, "I don't know who's more excited, my family or me. We are a LEGO-loving household, and receiving this invitation from the LEGO Group to join them in their first live-action musical is an absolute honor." Filming is set to begin in London this August, with the LEGO Friends musical scheduled to premiere sometime in 2026. Then the Amazing World of Gumball creator Ben Bocklett has teased the upcoming Season 7 finale, revealing that it will directly tie back to the Season 6 cliffhanger, where Rob is swallowed by the void. He said, "We're making everyone earn it." It's a really lovely episode, and I think it puts a twist on things that's quite exciting. It sounds like fans who've been waiting for closure on that cliffhanger are finally going to get it, with twists and few surprises along the way. Then the director of the Smurfs movie shared that it was really important for them to approach the story like this was the first ever Smurfs movie, something fresh that could stand on its own. He also gave a little plot tease, saying the story is centered around a Smurf named No Name, who hasn't yet figured out who he really is or what makes him special, and the film follows his journey to discover his true identity. Then a King of the Hill activation will be at 2025 San Diego Comic-Con. The activation will allow attendees to step into the Hill family's backyard for a big cookout, with barbecue bites served up throughout the day, classic lawn games, themed photo ops, and water. Then an English-language version of Nezha 2 is officially heading to US theaters on August 22nd. A24 has teamed up with China's CMC Pictures to bring the film stateside, and Oscar winner Michelle Yeoh will be voicing the lead role in English version. Then Netflix has dropped the first teaser for Long Story Short, a brand new animated series from BoJack Horseman creator Raphael Bob Waxberg, and it's coming to Netflix on August 22nd. The show premise sounds pretty interesting. It follows a family called the Schwoopers, and instead of telling their story in order, it jumps back and forth through time. Like one episode you'll see them as kids, and then suddenly you're in the future, and those same kids are grown up with kids of their own. The idea is to show how little moments from your childhood, those small things that might seem insignificant, can stick with you and shape who you become as an adult. Then Mattel has announced a new Barbie doll with type 1 diabetes. Yes, you hear that right. This doll comes with an insulin pump, a glucose monitor on her arm, and a cell phone with an app showing the doll's glucose readings. It is developed in partnership with Breakthrough T1D, which is a global organization dedicated to type 1 diabetes research and advocacy, to make sure all the little details are medically accurate and meaningful. The doll's blue outfit and purse symbolize diabetes awareness. The release coincides with Breakthrough T1D's 2025 Children's Congress in Washington, D.C., where the organization is advocating for continued federal research funding, particularly for the special diabetes program set to expire in September 2025. The reaction online has been mixed, but overall, it's another step towards making toys more inclusive and reflective of real-world experiences. Then Phineas and Ferb is set to have its own panel at the 2025 San Diego Comic-Con, starting July 25th at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then a Garfield movie sequel is officially in the works. Garfield voice actor Chris Pratt posted a cheeky little teaser on Instagram to announce this news.
All right, pizza's here. Oh wait, who ordered this? You did.
The sequel is being produced by Alcon Entertainment, who also produced the first movie, and it was a major success for them, as it has grossed $260 million on a $60 million budget. And if you don't know, ahead of the first film, Alcon Entertainment acquired the rights from the creator of the Garfield, Jim Davis, who will also serve as an executive producer on the sequel. The film is in very early development, and as per deadline, the producers are currently searching for a writer and director. Well, which character would you like to see appear in a Garfield movie sequel? Let me know in the comments. Then Jorge Gutiérrez also shared some exciting news about the possible return of El Tigre. He says, El Tigre is lurking in the shadows again. I'm currently in talks with Nickelodeon about bringing El Tigre back in a way that's really cool. Something unexpected. And yes, something that could absolutely lead to a movie. Patience, amigos. He also added that back in 2019, we were this close to making an El Tigre movie. But Netflix wanted me to go full throttle on Maya and the 3 and the other original IPs I was building for them. At one point, I had 7 projects in development. Features, limited series, adult series, shorts, even a preschool show. Total creative madness. I was in heaven. Honestly, hearing that El Tigre might make a comeback, and potentially even get a movie, is something fans have been waiting for forever. And that's a wrap for this week's news. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care.